Well, during the Christmas holidays, we had a lot of fun playing football this week. We had a really good week of preparation. Guys busted to make sure that we practice well every day. And so as our last shot at coming home at CenturyLink, we want to try to really play a good football game. And I think it's a terrific matchup with the Cardinals. We see these guys as we always see them, explosive and tough and aggressive, and a big challenge with their defensive scheme and the players that they have. So we're ready to go for it. And it's a good week, and we'll. It's not Christmas yet. Christmas will come after the football game. We'll try to make it a joyful holiday for all those that care, and I know that's a bunch of 12s. So we'll see what we can do for it.
That break afford you a chance to do a little more in practice, the Wednesday practice kind of get
every day was really it was contested, a lot of quickness, you could see the legs were there, and we sustained it through the week all the way to our Friday work today on Thursday. You can tell, so we gain a little bit of an advantage in just coming back. It feels good for these players to feel their legs like that.
Mike Bennett okay?
Yeah, Mike practiced today. He's fine, ready to go. John's not officially cleared yet. Today is his day to get that done. He looks like he's in good shape. We'll find out when it officially gets done after his meetings today.
Russell was saying he wanted in high school. What's your backup plan?
Yeah. Russ has a pretty good spinner. He can kick a spinner, so we might use that.
What are your thoughts on what Richard said on Tuesday? How you had mentioned earlier in the week that you let us.
Yeah, well, I was a little surprised. That I just think that he, like he said, you guys got after him pretty good, and it got to him a little bit, and didn't really maybe get everything out that he wanted to get out in the way he wanted to. We've been together on throughout the week to make sure that we're everything's in the right place for us. We're fine here, and I was really proud of Jim Moore, the way he expressed it and put it out there. And I think there's learning experiences. These are opportunities. We don't do things right all the time. We make mistakes and we go too far, and in that we have to correct, and that's what we do around here.
Was it important for you at all to have Richard express regret or say sorry or anything like that, or do that?
I thought he would. I thought he would more than he did. That's all I can say.
Is that a discipline issue, or is that done now?
We're done with it right now. We're done with it. We've already taken whatever we do it inside and internally, and it's been taken care of.
We talked to Doug Baldwin about this yesterday. He said it becomes necessary to address an issue as soon as it starts hurting the team. I guess, when do you know if something like a player's behavior or something like that starts hurting?
Well, it's pretty obvious to me. I'm deep into this thing with our guys and know them well and have been through a lot with them, and so we've handled everything that we needed to handle. We've put everything in a proper place, and we're in really good shape about it. I don't expect everybody to understand that, because they're not party to what's all gone on and all of that, and they won't be. But what's really important is what we're doing here, and our team, and our locker room, and our relationships, and our relationships are very strong, and we're in very good shape and very clear about what's going on.
Because it's so out of character for him, or for us it seems anyway, a source of what his frustration or issue might have been in both of them?
No, we're already done. We're done. You guys can keep asking questions, but I'm not going there. We're in great shape with it. I'm not worried about it anymore. I think we've learned a lot.
Is this Cardinal team any different than the night down in Arizona? Or they look the same, or they?
No, I think they just scored 41 points, and had a big offensive day. Didn't have the defensive day that they want. Usually they went into that game last week leading the NFL in defense. So this is a very talented team. The tie game that we played was a battle from start to finish forever. It took forever in that game to get it over with, and unfortunately it wound up in a tie. But we see all of the assets they had, their guys, and we had our guys pretty much, and for the most part, and it was a great battle. It'll be interesting to see what happens, looking back. We'll see how this one turns right now. I don't know, but we're excited about it, and we would need to play really well. I know that in all phases.
Tom lets us know that planning to start Gary at right tackle this week. I guess, how do you think Gary handled the motion and then being inactive for a couple weeks?
Well, we'll find out. He handled it. He handled it very professionally during the couple weeks. He worked hard in practice in the role that he was in, and he worked hard to battle back where he deserves an opportunity to show what he can do again. That's what the competition is all about. It's kind of hard on game day with our roster numbers and stuff. You can't always have everybody available, and we have to make choices there. So it's more difficult than you would think to make it a clear competition. Last week, having a chance to play both guys, we had both guys up. It helped us, and so I'm looking forward to see how Gary comes back around. He's played a lot of good football for us. We trust him and believe in him and all of that. We were just trying to be true to really the philosophy about allowing guys to compete, and that is what we did. And so this is the next stage of it, and we'll see where it takes us.
What has Gary kind of shown you since after the 3 snaps with camp back at this point?
I mean, he's just been very much in command of the position. He's a very good communicator. He's been with us. We have that experience, and that connection is clear. Our guys really communicate well, and we'll see how that works now. We'll have a good opportunity to compare it in the next couple of weeks.
You guys run
He's a really special athlete, if you, I've been saying this for a long time. He can do a lot of stuff, and he's been he can kick return. He scored in the preseason. He's got a great catching range. He's got fantastic hands. He has really special quickness. We're looking to see what we can do with him in a unique way. It's going to take us a couple weeks to do that, but I think it's just the little workout we did today was very impressive at the end of practice, and that's really. I'm trying to get more information on what he's capable of doing. We'll see. We're going to try to sculpt something up here and see if we can't fit him in.
How much background does he have as a running back?
Not very much. Not very much. A little bit. I've seen him on film a little bit. Doesn't have a lot of it. He's a very natural athlete, and things come to him very, very easily. And he's looked very good in practice this week. So it was a lot of good. He did very well for himself this week.
What did you ask Santa for?
I haven't talked to Santa yet. What's the rush? It's not Christmas yet, right? I got plenty of time.
Pete, we've seen a few college guys elect to not play in their bowl games and get ready for the draft. As someone who's been on kind of both sides of it, just what are your thoughts on that?
I understand why guys do that, and I understand that there's a bit of a trend here, that I'm seeing, and I don't really like it. I would like guys to play for their teams and battle with their teams and finish up and finish things. And but I understand why a guy maybe makes a choice, to secure his future more so, or be safer or whatever. But I don't agree with it, and I wouldn't want my players to do it if I was coaching in college, and the college coaches can't say that maybe, but I can, and they should finish their year with their teams if they could. But I see a little bit of something. There's you look at the Pro Bowl too. There's guys that choose not to play in the Pro Bowl now, and there's so I think there's somewhat of a trend here, and I don't think you can talk against somebody, taking the path of I'm going to look after myself, I'm going to put myself in the best position for the future and all that. But man, I like doing what's right there in front of us and staying with the people that that brought me kind of and work with them and all that. And honoring the games that they have and the matchups. Be interesting to see like if those guys were in the final, the finals if they'd have played. Just hoping depth, just making sure that we're going to be deep enough, and we've liked him in the past. Very aggressive football player. He's a good special teams guy too. Good all-around guy.
Chris Peterson said you had to convince him to raise the flag. What was your convincing message?
Well, I didn't. He kind of jumped on it. I don't think I had to convince him, in too much depth. I presented it to him, like would be good for recruiting. So I did pitch him a little bit, but. He looked like he had a ball, and we were honored to have him do that. I love the job that he's done and all that, so I was really fired up when I got on the phone. So maybe I did convince him, but I think he had a good time doing it, and he honored that little spectacle that we put up in really great fashion. It was great to have him.
Coach, you guys have another opportunity to keep a perfect record at home this season. What would that mean to the club?
It's important. It's important, really, in championship years, you really need to play great at home, and you try to dominate at home, and our guys know that, and it's something that's very important to us. It's very important to us. I'd like to get that done, so we know next time we come back, it's playoff time, and we will have something intact that we can be very proud of, and something to play off of and play for. So I don't know. It's a small thing, but it's obviously significant. And we set up our whole season to win our division and own that thing so that we can be here when it comes playoff time. And so we're not done. We got one more shot. We're going to try to max it out this weekend.
Anything else?
Thanks.